Ladies and gentlemen, there is a power greater than brute force, a strategy more effective than confrontation. Today, I want to talk to you about a profound principle destroying your enemy without ever raising your hand or engaging in conflict. The greatest battles in life are not won by might, but by wisdom, strategy, and understanding. The first step to overcoming your enemy without fighting is to change your perspective. See, your enemy is not always the person standing against you. Often, the real enemy is the mindset that makes you feel small, the fear that keeps you bound, or the ignorance that blinds you to your potential. Here's the truth: the best way to conquer your external enemies is to master your internal ones. Rise above the battle. A bird does not fight a snake on the ground. It lifts the snake into the air where it has no footing. You must learn to rise above petty conflicts and elevate yourself to a place where your enemy cannot function. When you refuse to stoop to the level of your adversary, you disarm them. Silence, dignity, and focus are powerful tools. Don't outgrow your enemy. One of the most powerful ways to destroy your enemy is to outgrow them. Think of it this way: when you mature and move to the next level, the battles of the past become irrelevant. You don't fight the same battles in high school that you did in elementary school because you've outgrown them. Focus on personal growth, and the conflicts that seem monumental will become insignificant. Kill them with excellence. The most effective weapon against your enemy is your success. Excellence silences critics, weakens opposition, and dismantles jealousy. Instead of engaging in verbal or physical conflict, channel your energy into being the best version of yourself. When your work speaks for you, your enemies have no argument. Forgive and free yourself. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. When you forgive, you take away the enemy's power over your emotions in your life. Forgiveness is not about letting someone off the hook, it's about releasing yourself. It is the ultimate act of strength and wisdom. So turn your enemy into your ally. The greatest leaders understand that enemies are potential allies in disguise. Instead of fighting, seek understanding. Extend a hand of peace. Many times, conflict arises from misunderstanding, fear, or insecurity. If you can turn hostility into harmony, you not only destroy your enemy, you gain a friend. In conclusion, the greatest victories are won without bloodshed. Destroy your enemy by refusing to give them power over you, by growing beyond the conflict, and by standing on the principles of peace, wisdom, and purpose. Remember, a true warrior doesn't fight battles that do not matter. And a wise person knows that the best way to win is often not to fight at all. Rising above the battle is a principle rooted in wisdom, emotional maturity, and strategic thinking. It is a concept that transcends the immediate need to respond or retaliate, and instead calls for a higher perspective that focuses on long-term victory and personal growth. To rise above the battle is to acknowledge that not every challenge requires a direct response, and that engaging in certain conflicts only serves to diminish one's energy, focus, and dignity. It requires the strength to walk away from situations that seek to drag you down to a level that is beneath your purpose and potential. When you choose to rise above, you remove yourself from the control of external circumstances and other people's emotions. The moment you engage in a fight fueled by anger, insecurity, or ego, you hand over control of your peace and progress to those who may not have your best interests at heart. By choosing elevation over confrontation, you maintain power over your own life. This choice doesn't mean avoiding responsibility or allowing yourself to be a doormat. It means understanding that your time, energy, and focus are too valuable to be wasted on battles that do not serve your ultimate goals. One of the most profound aspects of rising above the battle is learning the art of silence. Silence is not a sign of weakness, it is a display of strength and restraint. When you refuse to respond to provocation, you disarm your opponent. People who seek conflict often thrive on your reaction. They gain satisfaction from seeing you flustered, angry, or defensive. By withholding your reaction, you rob them of the power they hope to gain. Silence also allows you to observe and assess the situation objectively, giving you time to strategize and choose your next steps wisely. In this state of calm and clarity, you are better equipped to make decisions that align with your higher purpose. Rising above the battle also involves mastering your emotions. Emotional intelligence plays a crucial role in determining how you respond to challenges and adversaries. People who lack emotional control often find themselves entangled in unnecessary disputes because they react impulsively to every slight or provocation. When you allow anger, frustration, or pride to dictate your actions, you become vulnerable to manipulation. However, when you rise above the battle, you learn to detach from the emotional triggers that others may use against you. This detachment does not mean suppressing your emotions. Rather, it means channeling them in a way that empowers you instead of weakening you. The principle of rising above also teaches us the importance of perspective. Imagine standing on the ground during a storm. The wind, rain, and chaos seem overwhelming, and it's easy to feel trapped. Now imagine observing that same storm from a mountain peak. The chaos is still there, but from your elevated position, you see the bigger picture. You understand that the storm will pass, and you are less affected by its intensity. In life, rising above the battle gives you that higher vantage point. It allows you to see beyond the immediate conflict and focus on what truly matters. From this perspective, many of the battles we are tempted to fight seem insignificant in the grand scheme of our lives. Another vital element of rising above is the ability to choose your battles wisely. Not every fight is worth your time or effort. There are moments when walking away is the most powerful action you can take. Walking away does not mean you have lost. It means you value your peace, integrity, and energy too much to waste them on trivial matters. It takes wisdom and discernment to recognize which battles are worth engaging in and which are better left alone. Rising above the battle is about prioritizing your long-term goals over temporary satisfaction. It is about understanding that winning the war is more important than every skirmish along the way. Rising above also requires humility. Ego is one of the biggest obstacles to peace and progress. Many people engage in unnecessary conflicts because their pride prevents them from letting go or backing down. They feel the need to prove themselves, to defend their reputation, or to assert their dominance. However, true strength is found in humility. It is the ability to walk away from a fight, not because you are weak, but because you are confident in your worth and secure in your purpose. Humility allows you to rise above the need for validation from others and focus on what truly matters. One of the most liberating aspects of rising above the battle is the freedom it brings. When you are no longer tied to the need to fight every perceived offense or defend yourself against every criticism, you experience a profound sense of peace. This freedom allows you to focus on your growth, your goals, and your purpose. It enables you to direct your energy toward building rather than tearing down, creating rather than destroying, and moving forward rather than getting stuck in cycles of conflict. Rising above the battle is not always easy. It takes courage to step back when every fiber of your being wants to engage. It takes strength to remain silent when words are being hurled at you. It takes discipline to master your emotions when you feel provoked. But the rewards of choosing elevation over confrontation are immeasurable. You gain clarity, peace, and the ability to focus on what truly matters. You preserve your dignity and protect your energy. Most importantly, you position yourself for long-term success. The decision to rise above is a choice you must make daily. Life is filled with challenges, and there will always be people and situations that seek to pull you into conflict. But every time you choose to rise above, you reinforce your strength and build a life rooted in purpose and peace. It is a principle that not only helps you avoid unnecessary battles, but also empowers you to overcome even the most significant challenges with wisdom and grace. When you rise above, you transform from a reactive participant in life's conflicts to a proactive creator of your destiny. Outgrowing your enemy is a powerful principle that speaks to the essence of personal growth, transformation, and elevation. It is the realization that true victory is not achieved by defeating your opponent in a direct confrontation, but by rising to a level where the opposition no longer affects you. To outgrow your enemy is to evolve in such a way that the conflict, the tension, and the rivalry become irrelevant. It is a process that requires self-reflection, discipline, and a relentless commitment to progress. When you focus on outgrowing your enemy, you shift your attention away from them and toward yourself. Instead of being consumed by what they say or do, you prioritize your own growth and development. This shift in focus is critical because it empowers you to take control of your life and your path. It allows you to recognize that your energy is better spent improving yourself rather than engaging in battles that only serve to distract you from your goals. By investing in your growth, you naturally move beyond the level of those who seek to challenge or hinder you. Outgrowing your enemy often begins with understanding who or what your enemy truly is. Sometimes the enemy is not a person, but a mindset, a limitation, or a fear. For example, an individual who criticizes you may not be your real enemy. Rather, your enemy could be your insecurity that makes their words hurtful. Outgrowing your enemy means identifying the root cause of the conflict and addressing it at its source. When you work on improving yourself, you weaken the hold that these external factors have over you. The process of outgrowing your enemy also involves continuous learning and self-improvement. Growth is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey. As you acquire new skills, knowledge, and perspectives, you expand your capacity to handle challenges with grace and wisdom. This growth not only elevates you, but also renders many of your past conflicts insignificant. For instance, an argument or competition that once seemed crucial might no longer matter as you grow and move toward higher goals. So your focus shifts from engaging in petty disputes to striving for greater accomplishments. Outgrowing your enemy requires resilience and a strong sense of purpose. It is about staying committed to your vision, even when others try to distract or deter you. When you have a clear understanding of your purpose, you are less likely to be swayed by the opinions or actions of others. Purpose gives you a sense of direction and a reason to keep moving forward, regardless of the obstacles in your path. This unwavering commitment to your purpose is what enables you to rise above the noise and outgrow those who seek to hold you back. Another critical aspect of outgrowing your enemy is emotional intelligence. It involves mastering your emotions and not allowing them to control your actions. Many conflicts are fueled by emotional reactions, anger, frustration, or the desire for revenge. When you learn to manage these emotions, you take away the power your enemy has over you. Emotional intelligence allows you to respond to challenges with calmness and clarity, making it easier to focus on your growth rather than getting entangled in unnecessary conflicts. Outgrowing your enemy also requires patience. Growth is a gradual process, and it takes time to reach a point where certain battles no longer matter. It is important to trust the process and remain consistent in your efforts. Each step you take towards self-improvement brings you closer to outgrowing the challenges of the past. Patience also involves forgiving yourself for any mistakes or setbacks along the way. Personal growth is not about perfection, but about progress, and every effort you make contributes to your elevation. As you outgrow your enemy, you also begin to see them in a different light. Instead of viewing them as a threat, you may start to see them as a reflection of where you used to be. This perspective shift is a sign of maturity and growth. It allows you to let go of resentment and focus on what truly matters. In some cases, you may even find compassion for those who once opposed you, recognizing that their actions were often a result of their own struggles or limitations. Outgrowing your enemy is not just about personal gain, it also benefits the people around you. When you grow, you become a source of inspiration and positivity for others. Your actions and attitude can influence those in your circle, encouraging them to pursue their own growth and avoid unnecessary conflicts. This ripple effect creates a more harmonious environment and reduces the likelihood of future disputes. The principle of outgrowing your enemy also emphasizes the importance of setting boundaries. Growth involves recognizing what serves you and what does not. By establishing clear boundaries, you protect your energy and focus from being drained by negativity or toxicity. These boundaries are not about shutting people out, but about creating space for your growth and well-being. They allow you to prioritize your needs and goals while minimizing distractions and conflicts. Outgrowing your enemy requires a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. It is about believing that there is enough success, happiness, and opportunity for everyone. When you adopt this mindset, you are less likely to view others as competitors or threats. Instead, you focus on your own journey and celebrate the progress of others. This attitude not only fosters peace, but also attracts positive relationships and opportunities into your life. In the process of outgrowing your enemy, you may also discover new strengths and abilities within yourself. Challenges and conflicts often reveal areas where you need to grow, and overcoming them can lead to personal breakthroughs. For example, dealing with a difficult situation may teach you resilience, patience, or problem-solving skills. These lessons become valuable tools that contribute to your growth and help you navigate future challenges with greater ease. Outgrowing your enemy ultimately transforms the way you approach life. It shifts your focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. Instead of seeking approval or recognition from others, you find satisfaction in your own progress and accomplishments. This internal fulfillment is a powerful motivator that drives you to continue growing and evolving regardless of external circumstances. The journey of outgrowing your enemy is deeply empowering. It reminds you that you are in control of your life and that no one else has the power to define your path. By focusing on your growth and letting go of unnecessary conflicts, you create a life that is aligned with your values and aspirations. You rise above the limitations of the past and step into a future filled with possibilities. This transformation not only benefits you, but also inspires those around you to pursue their own growth and embrace the principles of peace and purpose. Killing them with excellence is a principle that embodies the idea of overcoming opposition and silencing criticism through the power of your achievements and character. It is the ultimate response to negativity, doubt, and hostility, a response rooted not in retaliation, but in the undeniable evidence of your growth, success, and resilience. When you dedicate yourself to excellence, you leave no room for arguments or attacks. Your work, your actions, and your results speak louder than any words could, rendering the efforts of your detractors ineffective and irrelevant. Excellence is not simply about doing well, it is about striving for the highest standards in every aspect of your life. It is about being deliberate, intentional, and committed to continual improvement. When you pursue excellence, you operate at a level that many cannot match. This not only distinguishes you from the rest, but also positions you as a person of influence and value. It is this distinction that silences opposition without the need for confrontation. Those who may seek to diminish you find themselves unable to do so in the face of your undeniable progress and accomplishments. Excellence begins with a mindset. It requires a conscious decision to focus on your own growth and goals rather than being distracted by the opinions or actions of others. People who seek to undermine or oppose you often hope to provoke a reaction. They thrive on conflict, drama, and your response to their negativity. But when you choose to focus on excellence, you deprive them of this satisfaction. Instead of engaging in battles that drain your energy, you channel that energy into becoming better, stronger, and more successful. This shift in focus is not only empowering, but also incredibly effective in neutralizing opposition. One of the most powerful aspects of killing them with excellence is its ability to transform adversity into motivation. Criticism, doubt, and resistance can either discourage you or fuel your determination to succeed. When you choose the latter, you turn obstacles into stepping stones. The negative words and actions of others become a source of inspiration, driving you to prove them wrong, not through arguments, but through your accomplishments. Each success you achieve serves as a testament to your resilience and capability, effectively silencing those who doubt it or oppose you. Excellence is not just about external achievements, it is also about character. People may question your abilities or intentions, but they cannot argue with integrity, kindness, and consistency. When you demonstrate excellence in your behavior and interactions, you win respect even from those who may initially oppose you. It is hard to criticize someone who is not only successful but also gracious, humble, and ethical. Excellence in character builds bridges instead of walls, creating opportunities for understanding and reconciliation even in the face of opposition. Pursuing excellence requires discipline and focus. It demands that you prioritize your goals and remain committed to your values regardless of the distractions around you. Those who try to undermine or distract you often aim to pull you away from your purpose. By staying focused on excellence, you refuse to let their actions dictate your path. This steadfastness is a powerful statement in itself. It shows that you are not easily swayed or deterred, and that your commitment to your vision outweighs any external challenges. The principle of killing them with excellence also highlights the importance of consistency. Excellence is not achieved through occasional efforts, but through a sustained commitment to doing your best every day. This consistency builds a track record of success and reliability that speaks volumes. It demonstrates that your achievements are not the result of luck or chance, but of hard work, perseverance, and dedication. This consistency also makes it difficult for critics to find fault, as your actions and results continually reinforce your credibility and competence. Another important aspect of killing them with excellence is its ability to shift the narrative. Opposition and criticism often thrive on misconceptions, exaggerations, or outright falsehoods. By consistently delivering excellence, you provide a counter-narrative that is grounded in truth and evidence. Your results speak for themselves, leaving no room for misinterpretation or doubt. This shift in narrative not only silences critics, but also inspires others to recognize and appreciate your efforts. Excellence is contagious. When you operate at a high standard, you not only elevate yourself, but also inspire those around you to do the same. Your dedication and success become a source of motivation for others, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond your immediate circle. This influence further reinforces your position and makes it even harder for opposition to gain traction. People are drawn to excellence, and as you continue to excel, you build a network of supporters and allies who amplify your impact and protect you from negativity. Killing them with excellence is also a form of empowerment. It shifts the power dynamic in your favor by making you the focus of attention, not your detractors. When you excel, people pay more attention to your achievements than to the criticisms or challenges you face. This empowerment comes from knowing that you are in control of your narrative and your destiny. It reminds you that no one else's opinions or actions can define your worth or limit your potential unless you allow them to. The journey toward excellence is not without its challenges. It requires hard work, patience, and a willingness to learn and grow. There will be setbacks and failures along the way, but these are not indicators of defeat. Rather, they are opportunities to refine your skills, strengthen your resolve, and improve your strategies. Each challenge you overcome adds to your story of excellence, making your eventual success even more impactful and inspiring. Excellence also teaches you the value of humility. While it is a powerful response to opposition, it is not about arrogance or self-promotion. True excellence is rooted in humility, the understanding that there is always room for growth and that your success is a result of both your efforts and the opportunities and support you have received. This humility not only keeps you grounded, but also makes your success more relatable and admirable. Ultimately, killing them with excellence is about staying true to yourself and your purpose. It is about refusing to be defined by the negativity or limitations imposed by others and choosing instead to define yourself through your actions and achievements. It is a principle that empowers you to rise above conflict and focus on what truly matters: your growth, your goals, and your contribution to the world. By committing to excellence, you not only silence opposition, but also create a legacy that inspires and uplifts others. Excellence is the ultimate form of victory, one that is achieved not through confrontation, but through the undeniable power of your progress and potential. Forgiving and freeing yourself is a transformative process that unlocks the door to peace, healing, and liberation. At its core, forgiveness is not about excusing the wrongs done to you or forgetting the pain you've endured. It is about releasing the hold that anger, bitterness, and resentment have over your life. It is a gift you give to yourself, not to those who have hurt you. To forgive is to free your heart from the burden of carrying pain and to reclaim the power that is often surrendered to those who have wronged you. It is an act of self-care, a decision to prioritize your well-being over the weight of the past. Forgiveness begins with the acknowledgement of pain. To forgive, you must first admit that you have been hurt. Suppressing or denying the reality of your emotions only delays the healing process. When you accept the pain for what it is, you open the door to understanding its impact on your life. This is not an easy step, as it requires vulnerability and courage to confront the emotions that may have been buried deep within you. However, this acknowledgement is essential because it allows you to take ownership of your feelings and begin the journey toward letting go. Holding on to unforgiveness often feels like holding a grudge to protect yourself from further harm. It can create a false sense of control, as if your anger or resentment can shield you from future pain. But the truth is that unforgiveness does not protect you, it imprisons you. It ties you to the very person or situation that caused your pain, allowing them to continue exerting influence over your emotions and your life. When you forgive, you break those chains and reclaim your freedom. You take back control of your thoughts, your feelings, and your future. Forgiveness is not a single act, but a process. It does not happen overnight, nor is it always linear. There may be moments when the pain resurfaces and the anger feels as fresh as the day it began. In these moments, it is important to remind yourself of the commitment you've made to free yourself from the past. Forgiveness requires patience and persistence. It is a journey of small, intentional steps, each one bringing you closer to the peace you deserve. To forgive is to let go of the expectation that the person who hurt you will make things right. It is to release the need for an apology, an explanation, or restitution. While these things may help bring closure, they are not necessary for forgiveness. Waiting for someone else to act in order to find healing places your well-being in their hands. Forgiveness, on the other hand, puts the power back in your hands. It is a decision you make for yourself, independent of anyone else's actions or inactions. Forgiving and freeing yourself does not mean condoning the actions that caused you pain or allowing harmful people back into your life. It is not about forgetting what happened or pretending that the hurt never existed. Forgiveness is about recognizing that the past cannot be changed and choosing to release the hold it has over your present and future. It is about protecting your peace and moving forward without the weight of anger and resentment pulling you down. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is strength. It is the courage to rise above the pain and choose healing over bitterness. Forgiveness is deeply personal. No one else can tell you when or how to forgive. It is a journey that only you can navigate, guided by your own feelings and experiences. What matters most is that you choose forgiveness for yourself, not because it is expected of you, but because you deserve the freedom it brings. Forgiveness is not about the person who hurt you, it is about you. It is about freeing your heart and mind so that you can fully embrace the life that awaits you. One of the greatest barriers to forgiveness is the belief that it lets the other person off the hook. It can feel unfair to forgive someone who has caused you pain, especially if they have not shown remorse or taken responsibility for their actions. But forgiveness is not about them, it is about you. It is about choosing to no longer let their actions define your emotions or dictate your path. Forgiveness does not absolve them of responsibility, it frees you from carrying the burden of their wrongdoing. Forgiveness is also an act of self-love. It is a way of showing yourself compassion and kindness. Holding on to anger and resentment can take a toll on your mental, emotional, and even physical health. It can lead to stress, anxiety, and feelings of heaviness that weigh you down. When you forgive, you release these negative emotions and create space for joy, peace, and healing. Forgiveness is a way of honoring yourself and prioritizing your well-being over the pain of the past. Forgiving and freeing yourself often involves a shift in perspective. It requires you to look beyond the pain and consider the bigger picture. This does not mean excusing the actions of those who hurt you, but it does mean seeking to understand them. Many times people hurt others out of their own pain, insecurity, or ignorance. This understanding does not justify their behavior, but it can help you see them as flawed human beings rather than irredeemable villains. And this shift in perspective can make it easier to let go of resentment and find compassion not for their sake, but for your own peace of mind. Forgiveness also requires faith in your own resilience. It is a reminder that you are stronger than the pain you have endured. When you forgive, you affirm your ability to rise above the hurt and reclaim your power. You acknowledge that while the actions of others may have caused you pain, they do not have the power to define your life or your future. Forgiveness is an act of empowerment, a way of taking back control and choosing to move forward on your own terms. Forgiving and freeing yourself does not mean that the pain will disappear overnight. There may still be moments of sadness, anger, or grief, but these moments do not define your journey. Each time you choose forgiveness, you take another step toward healing. Over time, the pain becomes less sharp and the anger fades into the background. What remains is the peace and freedom that come from letting go. Forgiveness is a gift that keeps giving. It not only frees you from the weight of the past, but also opens the door to new possibilities. When you release the anger and bitterness that have been holding you back, you create space for joy, love, and growth. You allow yourself to fully embrace the present and look forward to the future with hope and optimism. Forgiveness is a way of saying yes to life, even in the face of pain. To forgive and free yourself is to choose liberation over captivity, healing over hurt, and peace over pain. It is a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and growth. It is a reminder that while you cannot change the past, you have the power to shape your future. Forgiveness is not easy, but it is worth it. It is a gift you give to yourself, a way of honoring your worth and reclaiming your life. It is the ultimate act of strength, courage, and love. Turning your enemy into your ally is one of the most powerful and transformative principles you can embrace. It represents a higher way of thinking and a deeper understanding of human relationships. This approach is not about manipulation or feigned camaraderie, but about building bridges where there were once barriers. It is the art of transforming conflict into cooperation, hostility into harmony, and opposition into opportunity. By choosing to see the potential for connection instead of focusing on division, you can create powerful alliances that benefit not only yourself, but everyone involved. The first step in turning an enemy into an ally is recognizing their humanity. Often, enmity stems from misunderstanding, differences in perspective, or past hurts. When you make the effort to see the other person as a human being with their own struggles, fears, and motivations, you begin to dismantle the walls of animosity. This does not mean you have to condone their actions or agree with their views, but it does mean acknowledging their worth as a person. Empathy is a powerful tool in bridging gaps and opening the door to reconciliation. It allows you to see beyond the conflict and focus on the potential for connection. Building an alliance with someone who was once an enemy requires humility and courage. It is not always easy to extend a hand of peace, especially when you feel wronged or misunderstood. However, choosing to rise above the conflict and seek common ground demonstrates strength and maturity. It shows that you are willing to prioritize progress over pride and collaboration over conflict. Humility allows you to listen, understand, and find solutions that work for both parties, while courage gives you the strength to take the first step, even when it feels uncomfortable. Turning an enemy into an ally often involves finding shared goals or interests. Despite your differences, there are likely areas where your paths overlap. Identifying these commonalities can be the foundation for a new relationship. When you focus on what unites you rather than what divides you, you create a space for cooperation and mutual respect. Shared goals can act as a bridge, allowing you to work together towards something meaningful and productive. This collaboration not only benefits both parties, but also helps to dissolve the animosity that once existed. Communication is key in transforming an enemy into an ally. Open, honest, and respectful dialogue is essential for building trust and understanding. It requires active listening, where you not only hear the other person's words, but also seek to understand their perspective. Effective communication involves expressing your own thoughts and feelings clearly and constructively without resorting to blame or defensiveness. When both parties feel heard and valued, it becomes easier to move past the conflict and focus on building a positive relationship. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in turning an enemy into an ally. Holding on to grudges or past hurts only perpetuates the cycle of conflict. Forgiveness is not about excusing the other person's actions, but about releasing the negative emotions that keep you tied to the past. It is a gift you give to yourself as much as to the other person. By letting go of resentment, you create space for healing and reconciliation. Forgiveness allows you to approach the relationship with a fresh perspective and a willingness to build something new. Patience is also essential in this process. Transforming an enemy into an ally is not something that happens overnight. It takes time to build trust, repair damaged relationships, and overcome the lingering effects of past conflicts. Patience allows you to remain committed to the process, even when progress seems slow or setbacks occur. It reminds you that meaningful change takes effort and perseverance, but is ultimately worth it. Turning an enemy into an ally requires a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. It involves believing that there is enough success, happiness, and opportunity for everyone. This mindset shifts your focus from competition to collaboration. Instead of seeing the other person as a threat or rival, you see them as a partner, a potential contributor to mutual success. This shift in perspective not only reduces tension, but also creates an environment where both parties can thrive. A key aspect of this transformation is focusing on solutions rather than problems. Dwelling on the past or on the sources of conflict only reinforces division. Instead, direct your energy toward finding ways to move forward. This might involve addressing underlying issues, clarifying misunderstandings, or identifying new opportunities for collaboration. By keeping your focus on the future, you demonstrate a commitment to growth and progress, which can inspire the other person to do the same. Kindness and generosity are powerful tools in turning an enemy into an ally. Acts of goodwill can help to break down barriers and create a sense of connection. This might involve offering help, showing appreciation, or going out of your way to make the other person feel valued. These actions do not have to be grand gestures. Even small acts of kindness can have a significant impact. They demonstrate that you are willing to invest in the relationship and that you see the other person as someone worth building a connection with. Turning an enemy into an ally is not just about resolving conflict, it is about creating something positive and enduring. It is about recognizing the potential for growth and transformation in every relationship, even those that start with tension or opposition. When you approach your interactions with this mindset, you open yourself to new possibilities and opportunities. You discover that even the most challenging relationships can become sources of strength, support, and inspiration. This transformation also has a ripple effect. When you turn an enemy into an ally, you not only change the dynamic between the two of you, but also influence the people around you. Your actions demonstrate the power of empathy, understanding, and collaboration, inspiring others to approach their own conflicts with a similar mindset. This ripple effect can create a culture of peace and cooperation where people are encouraged to see each other as allies rather than adversaries. Turning an enemy into an ally is a process that benefits both parties. It allows you to grow as a person, developing skills such as empathy, communication, and problem solving. It also enriches your life by creating new connections and opportunities. For the other person, it provides a chance to move past the conflict and experience the benefits of working together. This mutual growth and enrichment are what make this transformation so powerful and rewarding. At its heart, turning an enemy into an ally is about choosing connection over division, hope over hostility, and love over fear. It is a testament to the power of human relationships and the potential for growth and transformation in every interaction. It is a choice to see the best in others, even when it is not immediately apparent, and to believe in the possibility of change. This choice is not always easy, but it is always worth it, as it leads to deeper understanding, stronger relationships, and a more harmonious world.